The European Parliament has passed a new law which sets out regulation for artificial intelligence. The world-first law bans AI firms from using data to create social credit scoring systems and sets rules for AI in education and at workplaces. Deutsche Welle correspondent Emily Leshner joins us now from Berlin. Emily, g'day. So just what are these new rules?
Hi, thanks for having me. Well, the first thing it does is assign different types or uses of AI into categories according to its perceived risk. So uses that are classified as low risk might include AI that's used to recommend content to you when you're scrolling through a website or Instagram, or perhaps filtering spam from your inbox. These don't have too many restrictions around it. But AI that's classified as high risk, so perhaps AI that's used in robots to do medical surgeries or in self-driving cars or systems that might analyze and then try to predict social behavior. These forms of high-risk AI uses have much tighter regulations around them. And then what the law does is ban certain types of AI outright. This is AI that might be used to infer someone's race, religion, or sexual orientation, and then use that analysis for predictive policing. Another banned use would be to use real-time facial recognition in public spaces, like China has been doing for several years now. And the new law, it even mandates that the data that's used to train AI programs has to be checked, and people who provide data have to be told what the information is used for, similar to the data protection laws that Europe enacted in 2018. And then companies that don't comply with these laws, they could face fines from 7 to 35 million euros, not an insignificant amount by any means, even on the lower end of the scale. And so between the bans and the high fines, this is why you might hear some saying that these EU laws are strict.
And what prompted the EU to create this framework?
Well, AI has been around for some time now, but it wasn't until recent developments with generative tools like ChatGPT that the world collectively realized the very, very quick rate at which the technology's capabilities are progressing. And some of AI's own engineers began warning of its dangers. A former Google engineer said that AI could become more intelligent than humans, that this was likely, which is not hard to believe when some of the senior managers at Google there and at Microsoft have said that they don't even know how AI works anymore. And Sam Altman, who is a CEO of OpenAI, the company that created ChatGPT, he testified in front of U.S. Congress last year, saying that there was a strong need to regulate AI. And to use his words, he said that if something went wrong, it would go very wrong. So when you combine the rate at which AI is developing with some of its own creators and engineers warning about how powerful it can be and will continue to become, putting in place a framework like this one, like the one the EU has done, just makes sense. And even some EU officials have said that by the time the law goes into effect, that AI might have already outpaced the law in certain ways in terms of what it can do.
And how are these regulations going to impact the AI industry as a whole?
Well, Europe is really setting an example here and a standard with these new rules. Several other governing bodies have expressed the need for regulating AI in the past 1 to 2 years, and they're going to refer to these new ones set by the EU as they draft their own legislation. U.S. Congress is working on rules for AI at the moment, and they have been in contact with EU officials. And now that these have been passed by the EU, by European Parliament, it's going to really light a fire under other governments to speed things up and start to do the same.
Okay, we'll leave there. Emily, thanks so much.